Oh boy, now it's time once again to, what am I doing? Oh, right. Mr. Nailsin Sunday Comics. And so continuing with Dynamic Comics, we have a new story for you. I don't know what this is. At first I thought, oh, is this going to be like the Old West? But then there's this, look, it's like a Roman soldier behind this, American Indian guy. I don't know. So we'll find out together. A lot of these anthology comics did have, different genres in them besides superhero stuff. There would be sci-fi, of course, but then there would be silly stories and then detectives and cowboys and stuff like that. So, but I'm not quite sure what we got here. Is this Hale the Magician? Hale the Magician, he arrived. Or it's only one Ale, so I'm saying it's Hale, not Holly. But, yeah, he just shows up. I guess this is him. He's, the most prominent figure in the image. So he just shows up, ta-da! And the guy's like, you're not wearing underwear under that towel. Yes, you noticed. Oh, God. And the other guy's like, ew, 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 ew. Pull my finger. Anyway, is that supposed to be his hair? Or is that, maybe it's just like a headdress type thing. Or he, glued his hair to his head. Anyway, let's see what this is about. Buried for many centuries with the mystery of magic in his charmed spearhead. Okay. Hale the Magician returns to life to battle the injustices of the present day world. It doesn't look present day. Maybe it's like a mixture of different eras, because whatever. Okay, wow. 1541 in South America. An impoverished nobleman and son look on with disfavor at the cruelty of the Spanish conquistadors in their dealings with the natives. Oh, jeez, look at that. He's just beating the crap. I think we're interrupting here. I thought we came to plant and to civilize the natives, not brutalize them.
I'm tired of this bloodshed too, Father. We must do something for these poor savages.
If only we could get them to accept wearing skirts. Okay.
And late that night, the father and son quietly slip away from the camp.
We must hurry while they are asleep.
To the Maoni chief. We must have words with him.
Yeah, I know. It's my idea anyway. Yes, I am Chief Zingu of the Maoni Indians. Why would he call himself? Okay. My name is Hale, and this is my son. Rather than tolerate our cruel Spanish companions, we have come to offer our services to you and your people.
The following day at the mountain home of... Okay, you got to put this on top. It doesn't... it's not like an illustration where you explain it, you got word below. Yeah, okay. Anyway. But unknown to the Hales, the conquistadors have been following their trail.
Armed men approach. If this is a trap, you die.
Give us spears and we'll show you we'd rather die fighting those scoundrels than live in their company.
So father and son bravely laid the attack against the heavily armed foe. And a naked man shows up. I was just in the shower when I heard we were being attacked. And so anyway, looks like Daddy, he's done. My time is up, son. Carry on the worthy name of Hale. And could you get me a pair of pants before I die? Don't bury me in this dress. I don't want anyone, to know.
Father, I'll avenge you.
But the elder Hale, okay, yeah, he falls mortally. Okay, well, anyway, when all else fails, we bring the forces of nature into play.
Holy crap, you should have done that in the first place. My dad would have survived, asshole.
Centuries before its use became known to other parts of the world, the highly civilized Bayones knew the value of controlled lightning. And again, why didn't you do that in the first place? But anyway, the fierce charge forces the Spaniards to break and flee in disordered retreat. Did the Spaniards dress up like Roman soldiers?
Carry on, rout the enemy.
A brave spirit and a valiant spear.
Poor father, he gave up his life for the freedom of others.
Hale, you and your father fought bravely in our defense. Never again will an invader risk storming our mountain heights. Later, the enemy has been dispersed. Your bravery and wisdom can only be a gift from the gods. Stay here with me. Oh, yeah, and my people, and someday succeed me as ruler.
I shall be honored to serve persons as highly civilized as you and your followers. Your spear, was it magic?
No, merely the result of scientific knowledge, the third talent a man must possess to master his world. But first, you must pass the preliminary test. Come, they shall begin. Your courage and skill with the spear will conquer this legendary Mayoni physical test. I will await you at the other end of the cave. As qualification for chieftain-elect of the Mayonis, young Hale is sent into a dark cave fraught with unknown perils. Like a giant flower. Once inside the cave, a man-eating plant. I must strike quickly and surely. Every living thing has a vulnerable point. There, I found it. But with unerring precision, Hale drives his spear to the core of the plant, and the crushing petals wither away. Treacherous shells infested with cannibal fish and a flimsy craft for the crossing. What the hell's going on here? A hazard of even greater proportions next challenges his courage. Those fish haven't eaten anything but each other in years. What a treat I'd be. Okay. With cool poise, the youth crosses safely to the bank. Here comes some pterodactyls to take a dump on him. What's this? A clapping of wings, so they clap, announces the sight that makes the blood run cold. Or it would if he knew what he was looking at. So they're, Jesus, really ugly pterodactyl. At least one of these birds is convinced he should have stayed at home. Undaunted, Hale spears the leader of the eerie formation. These birds don't seem to mind fighting amongst themselves. So now it has feathers. Didn't see them before. Yeah, well, who knew? I don't know if that was really the popular theory at the time that, dinosaurs were the ancestors to birds. Wielding his spear like a club, the brave youth calmly fails the fierce attackers. I have a feeling this bird will serve me. Hale captures the last living bird and... Who says man cannot fly? Well, all right. Proceeds to the last of the deadly tests, a fiery volcano crater that hurls a scorching heat and searing flame. I made it. There's the other end of the cave. Okay, so I guess all he had to do was fly over it. So, that worked out. A moment later, the brave youth nears his goal. You have shown intelligence, ingenuity, courage, poise, a rare combination, and proved yourself worthy of ruling our race. Thank God for this white savior. Outside the cave, Hale is greeted by the cheering throng. And now for the secrets of the natural and supernatural science and magic. When I have imparted this knowledge to you, I will crown you chief. This illusion is fairly simple. Now watch closely. Chief Zingu spends month after month secretly instructing his pupil in magic. Like this, Chief Zingu? Perfect, my son. Now you have mastered the use of electricity. And in time, Hale masters the phenomena of science and learns how to put on a pair of pants. I'm old. My time on Earth is limited. You must be ready to carry on. So I shall imbue you, the point of your spear, with all the science and magic I know. But even as the head of the young Englishman's spear is imbued with powers of unheard of proportions, a sinister shadow slowly passes across the scene. Okay. Once in possession of that magic spear point, I can destroy Chief Zingo and Hale and become the richest and most powerful man on Earth.
In the mountains, Chief Zingo, we could put the powers of the magic spear point to a real test.
As the unsuspecting leaders walk away from the palace, the ruthless villain strikes.
I'm stabbed.
Die! Numi, you scoundrel! What have you done? Before Numi can reach the precious spear point, Chief Zingo strangles him to death. He is dead. My knowledge cannot return him to life now, but I have put an immortal soul in the youth. Hale will live again. Okay.
Next day, the grief-stricken chief leads a mournful procession to a tomb atop a high mountain.
So there's Hale in this transparent coffin, I guess.
The deed of one greedy, jealous man has removed the one heir capable of leading the Maonis, whose civilization is thus doomed to destroy itself. But Hale someday shall rise again.
He is dead. Now to capture power for myself.
Jeez. So now another asshole in a towel is going to steal it. Soon the aging chief dies of a broken heart. Zingu's prediction becomes a fact as civil war rages throughout Maoni territory.
There you go. Bunch of naked guys fighting. Yeah. Oh, man, I did not want to see that.
Uh-oh. Oh, what's this about? I don't want to know. Countless years pass, and the story is ever the same. Death and bloodshed, until the last of the Maonis perish from the earth. Jeez, they're all dead. While he snoozes. All right. Centuries later, in the year 1941, Henry Starrett, American scientist, and his daughter Lois, arrived to investigate the intriguing legend.
That must be the mountain ahead there.
Oh, I can hardly wait. Do you suppose he'll really come to life?
Camped right here in front of this, the case we can't miss, the greatest event in history. A mortal achieving immortality.
Landing Starrett and Lois camped beside the glass tomb of Hale.
Just somehow they knew about it.
We've been here for months, and nothing has happened. Our food is almost gone. Their supplies exhausted, the scientist and his daughter face a crisis.
Well, then leave. I'm just going to beat it up. There's only one thing to do. Break the case. Perhaps that will free Hale from the spell and bring him back to life.
Starrett decides decisive action.
He lives. Oh,
no sooner has the scientist smashed the glass than Hale rises from his tomb. Father, speak to me. Oh, he's... Don't weep, young lady. I can explain everything. Well, now he is. So was he always one of the Maonis? It's not the way he seemed to be depicted earlier. Well, whatever. The moment Starrett touches the glass, he falls dead. Oh, well,
probably should have put a warning on it or something. But I don't know. They forgot.
Your father's death is a noble sacrifice, for my new life is dedicated to battling injustice in a land where freedom and liberty are valued above all else. Well, where's that? In America, stupid. Oh, right. My own My own country, America, honors liberty and freedom more highly than any other treasures. Well, it used to. Anyway, then I shall go to America, but first I must dress fittingly. Spearhead, dress me in clothes. Losing no time, Hale makes use of his magic spearhead. This spearhead will grant me any wish of me. It will be my weapon against the forces of evil. With this once trusty weapon, Hale makes his wish reality. To wear this outfit. That's his wish. Well. Wonderful. But how can we reach America? I cannot pilot a plane. We have no need for it. Spearhead, take us to America. It's hard to believe this. You don't say. A moment later, Hale and Lois find themselves high in the clouds. Yeah. Headed north at an unheard of speed. I pledge allegiances to the flag of the United States and the high principles for which it stands. Freedom, liberty, and justice for all. The magician joins the ranks of Uncle Sam's loyal servants. But later on, he was deported. Hale the Magician appears in Dynamic Comics. Well, we'll see about that. So, a little sip of Coke, and we're done. This was terrible. So, yeah. Well, we'll see what's next. Let's see. Oh, that's the old lucky coin thing. Oh, well, I thought it would lead to the next one. All right, so we'll see what we have in store, because there's more stories from Dynamic Comics to get through. I'm about to face a winter storm. Yeah, can you believe it? Down here in Louisiana. But it happens every now and then. And might be an actual ice storm, which could knock out power. I tell you, I knew this was going to happen after last year and 2 hurricanes. I was like, going to get an ice storm. It's just going to happen. So, haven't had a really bad one since 97. But I don't think this one will be as bad as that. But it could, freeze the power lines and snap them and stuff like that. And, of course, frozen trees and whatnot can fall over. Although there aren't as many because the hurricane kind of wiped them out. So, if that happens, then I might not be doing as many videos in the near future till I can get the power back. So that's just in case that happens, just thought I'd let you know. But hopefully it won't be as bad. Might just, if it does knock it out, it might be a day or two. Something like that, or hopefully not at all. But we'll just have to see. So what else is going to happen? Alien invasion? It might as well, huh? Might as well. Anyway, hopefully next weekend we'll have another episode of Mr. Nailsin's Sunday Comics.